Yeah. A lot of time, but people can learn from how you see things, how you perceive. There's a lot of you, like I was saying, will end up collecting premium breakfast because somebody gave you a different impression of what was actually happening. They might have told you that their ex were toxic. You might have seen enough events to align with that, and then you conclude that's the truth. In fact, in reality, you will never know the full truth, but you will have your own experience in that situation, right? The angle we would like to see this ultimately is she's a husband snatcher or Dorisime was a bad wife. The absolutes is how we like to see these things. Just looking to apportion blames, right? That's ultimately what we'd like to do with these issues. Even me, I'm still tested every day, every single day. I have my moments. I want to apportion blames too. It never works. It never works. Apportioning blames never work, especially when we're talking about romantic relationships. It's poison. Blame and fault is a poison. They are poisons for your romantic relationships. So how do people hold themselves accountable then? You start with self, but do the self one first, and then we'll see if there's even a need for that. Okay, there might be a need, but maybe not. Okay, accountability is necessary, but self. Four fingers pointing at you, self. That's where your power is. That's where your power is. The ones that buy the book, then she can name the book. Let me use your title. Premium breakfast. Oh my, they will eat it up. Can you imagine? They will eat that up. Curiosity kills the cat. Who are you? You're not curious. The best of you will pick up that book. Some people might be looking for a way to troll her, but the ones that will come to the events are the ones that will really connect with her and say, yes, that was me. I was called a husband snatcher and I did nothing wrong. In fact, I was spending the next 10 years being overly defensive, defending, and it got worse and worse, and no one believed me. No one believed me. Right? And then someone can relate and say, this is why. I'll tell you right now today, residues of bad relationships will hunt down your marriage and destroy it. Will hunt down your reputation and destroy it. And you know why pointing fingers at other people, including pointing fingers at the public, will not work? Because these are nobodies. They don't really control your life. You still ultimately have control, autonomy, agency of your own life. Why? Because you're still responsible for how you react to the public. This is going to play out in your life at different levels. Romantic level, personal relationship, your sibling level. You're going to have moments you question, am I being weak? Am I being soft for not speaking up? You're going to have, when you have those moments, you're doing the right thing. That means you haven't overreacted yet. You might still need to speak up, but at least you are assessing things before you overreact. You're not jumping out there and making a conclusion or conclusive opinion, right? There's multiple angles to it. There's a wide, you can only see this far. There's a wide blind spot behind you. That goes for all of us. Imagine headline, premium breakfast, Stella Damasos. In your city. Stella Damasos, if you steal this idea, I will hunt you down. You will pay me. You pay me and more fresh. Right? Then the happiness and the fulfillment that comes from being able to impact other people and being disengaged from the obsession of being right. That level of freedom is unmatched. You can't match that anywhere. I have urges too to do shalaye. I didn't tell you. I do. But my peace comes from disengage the urge. Okay? Particularly when I do it in a sustainable way, meaning I engage something else. There's no vacuum. You can't disengage and not engage purpose. You need to engage purpose. If you disengage just because you want to pretend, you will collect. It will come back and haunt you too. It will hunt you down. It's a shadow. It follows you everywhere. But when it follows you and there's purpose, purpose is just that powerful, right? You don't have time for BS when you're engaged with your life mission and purpose. There is still BS. There's still more than enough BS you can choose to point fingers at, but you won't have time for it. You just won't. All right? Because there's only so much energy. So the energy is neither created nor destroyed. There's only so much of it that you have. At least you don't have that much time. At the very minimum, you don't have that much time. Okay? Book title, Premium Breakfast. I love that. Much better than my own title. Oh my God. Let me see here. Toby and Tribe says she's very interesting character. She has lived a full life. Married 3 times. Did you know that men will still want her? Are you aware of that? No, as in like from a very healthy place. And she can still do it in a very healthy way. Just not jump into situations. She needs to make sure that the dust clears. No baby mama drama. That's not, no baby papa with issues with exes. They need to sort that out. It needs to be healthy. If they can't sort it out, you're probably going to collect too. You will become the husband snatcher and collect. Married 3 times, became mother and widow in her 20s. Also, people seem interested in her, even though it's mostly negative. Exactly. The mind does not care about the negative or the positive. People are interested. They are. That's a fact of life. She's bigger than she realizes, brand-wise. That's only if she can redirect it in a healthy way that can benefit her and she can impact other people in a positive way, then she can get some fulfillment, because negative clout is not always good. I mean, you can ask you that question, right? She definitely has a story to tell, yes. Shio Mama, hello, good to see you. Shio Mama sponsored the show today. Good to see you. I agree. There's a version of the story that some ex tells the new man, the impression, or woman in their life. I think I heard a caller saying something like a partner's ex-wife was using the kids. But yeah, it's going to be about 50,000 different sides of the story. One of those sides might be your husband snatcher. If that story goes long enough, it becomes the truth. Especially if you're overly defensive and you never really address anything. Especially if your demeanor is condescension against the public. They will look at the nicest person, they will say they are the one telling the truth. The public does not, they don't care.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't care.
It's very healthy to hold oneself accountable. It can be challenging, it's difficult, it's easier said than done. However, it helps you reflect and takes you back to factory setting. Yes, Latu. Yes. It's easier said than done. It's not entertaining too. Like I'm asking you to do work. Who wants to do work? Right? As a weapon, okay, you continue. She continued to say, but she said, like her partner's ex-wife was using the kids, but as a weapon yesterday. I will agree with MOP. See free advice and direct wise counsel. Thank you, Jerry. Lola na correct man. God give you Dalu Mrs. MOP. Listen, she gives me water. She helped me reset my head when I don't get it. She's very young. She will marry again to the right person by God's grace. Yeah. As you noticed today, we didn't talk much. I'm rounding up right now. We didn't talk much about Toyin Oshin Ogun. That's because I don't have any video of her saying anything. Okay. Alright. But if that man is jumping from woman to woman to woman to woman, thinking that the ex-women are the problem, She too go collect.
Sorry, yo.
Oh, she too go collect. But it's okay because the best of us have collected, even when we didn't do anything wrong. Oftentimes we feel like we didn't do anything wrong, right? Who thinks they did anything wrong? Even when we are clear we did something wrong, we will find a scripture to justify the BS. Don't we do that? Be say you did collect now. It's okay. We thank God. Collection is I have collection plates. The dollar sign is over there. If you got some value in today's session, please donate, hit that like button, show some love, share the video with other people, let them know that we're actually having, yes, we cover trendy topics, but we're having real life conversations here. I connect everything back to your life. Okay, these celebrities are just like us. They are a reflection of how we behave. But I need to break it down because oftentimes like these celebrities' life are not ours. Yes, it is. At the core, there's the same issues across the board. Okay, it's the same issues. All right.